Alrighty then. Making sure I'm up to par. Looks like I am. Alright, everybody. Welcome to the EU2 Championship here on Contest of Speed. I am your host for this season. I am Deathstorm. And today we are racing around the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. The debut race for the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas was 2012, I believe. Before then, the United States Grand Prix was the home of Indianapolis. And anybody that is an old head like me knows the 2005 United States Grand Prix and tire debacle that happened. They only raced 1 year after that, and then they had a hiatus between 2007 and 2011. This was the track that brought Formula One back to the United States of America. This track has 20 turns, with a couple of notables, such as the knockoff Meggetts and Beckett's in Sector 1, the uphill left-hander hairpin of Turn 1. It also has a very distinct triple right-handed turn of 16, 17, and 18, reminiscent of Turn 8's Istanbul Park in Turkey. As it looks right now, we do have a full grid tonight. And before I get too in-depth with the qualifying, if I could find the thing, that would be great. We have a little bit of a slew of reserves. We have Pookie reserving from EU3. Or actually, no. Is it Pookie? Yeah, Pookie from EU3. He is reserving in the McLaren for Oliver Mark Smith. Lincoln is also in the McLaren's other empty seat. Piney Tinas is in for Amy Jr. in the Haas tonight. Wakanda Forever is in for LOI Kono. Yurgarel in for ETR Jasper in the Alfa Romeo. Alex W. subbing in for Rosa Sky in the Ferrari. Ecos Charlie in the Alpine empty seat. And STLR subbing for Charlie Cogden in the other Alpine. Now to the big housekeeping part. I'm just going to go over some of the biggies here. EU2 last week had quite a few penalties. Quite a few penalty reports. We had 14. Just going through some of the highlights here. Almanac was DDR. Almanac, Hilly will reserve a DDR for failure to leave cars with. We had a 3 seconds plus 1 for J Ray with an incident with Almanac. A couple 5-second penalties were removed from Jay Prentice in 2 separate incidents. Ugarel got a pretty hefty one here with 5 seconds for overtaking a safety car, plus 3 seconds and 1 for causing a collision. Jenga Boy also got 5 seconds for that same one overtaking a safety car. The big one from Spain from last week was an incident between J Ray, Ugarel, and Not Rapid. Not Rapid, it was deemed NFA and Not Rapid getting a 3 seconds plus 1 for no penalty footage. However, upon admin review, he was removed from his seat for things and stuff. I know a lot of it has to do with past events, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Rosa Sky had 3 seconds removed. DDR from Austin in the McLaren. But yeah, there was quite a bit of shifting around last week in that. And with that, while we're going to stay on board with the Red Bull of Jenga here as he goes through the hairpin down the hill at the end of Sector 1, beginning of Sector 2, the podium stayed intact. It was Jack Hockey, Ali Starr, and Matty Robo on the podium. Cornish Cuck P4, Rosa Sky P5, and J Ray, after his penalty, got knocked down the P. Well, actually, it wasn't P6. He stayed in P6 the entire time. Jay Prentice was 7th, Konzo 8th, Ugarel 9th, and Jenga Boy rounded out the top 10. So the top 10 in points in EU2 are as follows. Ali Star is in the lead with 44 as Pookie sets his fastest lap with a 32.9. Ali Star in the Mercedes in the lead with 44. Jack Hockey second with 42. Jenga Boy third with 29. J Ray fourth with 28. Matty Robo with 27. Hilly with 18. Cornish Cuck with 18. Konzo with 16. Cornish Mantis with 16. And rounding out the top 10 is Jelt with 15. The other point scorers of note, Rosa Sky, Jay Prentice, and Almanac 10, 6, and 1 respectively. Everybody else is full-time, have yet to score. Constructors, Mercedes in the lead by a whopping 28 points with 72. Then the cluster between second through fifth, Red Bull and AlphaTauri with 44, Williams with 43, Alfa Romeo with 42 rather, Aston Martin in 6th with 19, Haas with 18, Ferrari with 16, Alpine with 6, and McLaren have yet to score. It's kind of awkward to see McLaren have yet to score in EU2 this season. Alright. So, with that being said, we are now at the business end of qualifying, and Ben, I don't want to talk about last night. Let's just say I got taken out in the triple right-hander like I didn't exist. We'll just put it that way. I was not. I had a quality ban that I had to serve last night. I got up to 6th. There was a safety car in play. I was started 18th, got up to 6th, and I decided to pit. And I probably, in retrospect, shouldn't have, because it buried me back into the pack. And that was, ipso facto, the end of my race, essentially. As of right now, I'm looking at the board. Jack Hockey is provisional pole with a 32.6. I believe last night's AM2 pole time was 33.3, so we've already eclipsed that. Pookie in second with a 32.9. Jelt in third with a 33.0. Lincoln in fourth with a 33.5. STLR fifth with a 33.7. Cornish Mantis and Cornish Cuck both with 34.1s, and Alex with a 35.1. Rounding out the guys that have set a time so far. The Red Bull of Jenga looks like he invalidated, but he's saving enough ERS. He's going to go again. So let's get a tour of the Circuit of the Americas and their 20 turns in DTS zones here. Hairpin turn 1, like I said, goes downhill on exit. Going through the next section, which is the copy of Meggetts, Beckett's, and Chapel in Silverstone. Easy flowing part of the circuit if you get it right. End of Sector 1, 25, personal best sector there. Very easy to overcook the back end on the previous corner there. Going into the backstretch within the longest straight on the track, and the best spot for overtaking here at the end of Sector 2. As you see the light of God in the background here. Very tough in qualifying conditions here around Cota. Let's see what Jenga Boy sets for his P2. Of course, it's going to be a personal best 102.8. Not sure where it is relative to everybody else. Next corner, this double left-hander. Very, very easy to overcook it and hit the back end. Now what I was talking about before, 16, 17, and 18, the triple right. Next corner, turn 19, the apex is blind. Very easy to miss it and go invalidate your lap. And then turn 20, throwing it into third gear, DRS zone right here. And his lap is good enough for P4 with a 33.3 right behind his Red Bull teammate. Nice lap from Jenga Boy. Hilly is Hilly might be on a hot lap. Yes, he is. We'll go see what the Haas does through Sector 125-2. Okay, so through the hairpin here, going down the backstretch, open up the DRS zone now, and watch him go through the backstretch. You notice it is a little bit of a curved straightaway here at Cota. It's not terribly dog-legged, but it's enough to be noticed, especially if you're trying to position an overtake in that part of the track during the race. He does not go purple through Sector 2, which is weird. But we'll see what he does through the double right-hander. A 15 keeps it nice and tidy on the line. 16, 17, and 18, he's got nobody in front of him, so he should be okay. Turn 19 again, the blind apex. Piney Tinas 32-2 sets it on provisional pole at the moment. 4/10 clear, Jack Hockey. And Hilly's about to go up to the line. Keeps it nice and tidy at turn 20. 33-6, good enough for P8. So there, we have a Haas in P8. His Haas teammate for the evening is on provisional pole, so that's a solid first stint of quality runs by the Haas duo. Ekash Charlie in the midst of also in that, got in between the Red Bulls and created a Red Bull sandwich here. So he's now currently in the top 5. A little bit of a field spread up the top 4, 8/10 between the top 4. Then you have a little bit of a blanket. P4, P5 separated by 600ths, and then you have 2/10 to P7, and another 10th to P8, another 10th to P9 and P10. So any one that's in the 34s, if you could get into the 33-4s around about, which for a Cornish Mantis is 7/10, you're in the midst of that midfield pack that might develop, that always seems to develop here in EU2. And guys like Jack over here, Mr. Prentice, he's in the pit currently. If he's in the front of a DRS train, so to speak, good luck trying to catch him around here. Especially in that backstretch, it's not happening. He notably runs low downforce setups. I still don't know how he does it. I've been watching him all season. I watched him bits for last season. I don't know how he does it. I like my downforce, thank you very much. See here, Hilly's going in. Jelt is marginally up on his time in Sector 1. So we'll see what his Sector 2 time is, because we are there, and he is actually now down a 10th almost. So he lost a 10th and a half going up the back straight there. And ooh, that was a little sloppy coming out of the double right of 15. 16, 17, and 18. He's got nobody in danger of in front of him right away. I mean, he has a Ferrari in the distance, so but nothing too crazy, nothing to worry about. Yellow Sector 3, turn 14. Oh, Gel almost bins it. He does go marginally better, but not enough to better his position on track. So he stays P5, 32.9. Lincoln's purple through Sector 1. He has a McLaren teammate behind him. I don't know if he's going to give Pookie a slipstream. If he's giving him a slipstream, oh nope, he's backed away from it. So he was up a 10th himself. Lincoln's up 2/10 through Sector 1, and we're going to see what he does through Sector 2 here in just a moment. He's got the acute the acute left-hander. And he is also 3/10 clear purple in Sector 2 as well. He's heading toward turns 14 and 15, the double left. Keeping it nice and tidy on the power early. 16, 17, and 18 coming up, and then he's got turn 19, the only other problem corner on the track, really. Turn 19, he keeps it within the white lines. He's gonna be able to definitely better this lap. We'll see what he does. as he puts it 32.9. He puts it P5, right behind Pookie and right in front of Jelt. Like I said, if you're going to be into the 30, and now people are starting to drop into the 32s, you better your time by 7/10. Now it's going to be literally in the mid pack. Jeez. 32.6, 32.8, 32.9s. We have three 32.9s separated by 0.03 of a second. Fourth and fifth is only separated by 8/1000ths of a second. So this is going to be very, very tight toward the fringe podium places here. Konzo's P7 with a 33.2 as well, coming up out of nowhere with that lap. Cornish Cook, let's see what he's already invalidated, so he's gonna be out on this occasion. Piney Tinas, yeah, with that 32.2, I don't think he's gonna need to be out, to be fully honest with you. I think he feels safe with that time. We'll see. There's still 3 minutes and change. If anybody, well, Jack Hockey, Ali Star, Pookie, they're all in the pits, so he won't know if it's safe to stay in or go out. Jenga Boy, I didn't catch his sector one time, but it seems like he is on a lap. So we'll stay here with Jenga Boy as he is going through Sector 2. And we'll see what his Sector 2 time is going to be. He is marginally better through Sector 2, so it's not something crazy. But if he has a good last sector, he could catapult himself as he loses the back end at a 15. But he could catapult himself if he keeps it better by a tenth, promotes him a position, maybe 2 right out of the gate. If he gets 3 or 4 tenths, he's looking at another top 5 position currently. We'll see what he does at the line. He's currently P9. He is gonna go up. He's gonna go up only to P8 with a 33.2. So he does flip Ekash Charlie. Now, those guys that are in the pits are just about ready to come out for their final laps here in qualifying this this afternoon for me and the American tier boys. Cornish Mantis goes off to the side. He is going to try to save as much ERS as he can and try to get a full tank beforehand. He's going to need to potentially motor. Oh, Almanac cuts turn 1 there. We'll be with it as it will there. Jay Prentice is out on his outlap, so he is gearing up for his final run. He's currently sitting P16. Way off the back end here. Okay, I don't know how much time is left. I know Jay Prentice is going to make it to the line, so we're good there. His teammate is also out, and it looked like that was on track. That was weird. I didn't notice that until right now. Alright, Jay Prentice is out. Final second should be ticking down right now. We're going to be dangerously close. I don't think the guys that are at the end there heading toward 18 are going to make it, but we'll see. Jay Prentice's Sector 1 time. Let's see what he's got through the Sector 1. He's 2 tenths clear. 16 seconds for those guys that are in turn 18, turn 19 now. The McLaren, the Alpine's going to make it. The Aston Martin's going to make it. Mercedes should. The Red Bull and the McLaren are questionable. And I don't think they're going to make it. Ooh. Lincoln I don't think did, but Jelt might. The Red Bull might have. Doesn't look like there's a checker flag there, so definitely the Red Bull made it. Jay Prentice through Sector 2, since we stayed with him throughout the duration. He is 6 tenths up. 6 tenths up on his lap. So, as Ricky had stated in the chat, Piney Tinas did not go out. He is comfortable where he is sitting. Haley is also retired from the session. At best, he could be 12th. Jay Prentice 6/10 up through the second sector. He's only got turns 19 and 20 to deal with here. Keeps it on the track for 19 and should be able to keep it on for 20. Doesn't apex it fully, but he's going to the line. He's 7/10, stays P18. That is absolutely crazy that P18. Jelt goes P6 with a 32.9. So the other Red Bull was Jenga Boy, and he did make it. The McLaren, I don't think, did. Yeah, the McLaren did not, of Lincoln, unfortunately. The Aston Martin. Speaking of McLaren, we have Pookie, who dives it into the pits. He definitely did not like the way that last corner went for him. The Aston Martin, I believe that's of Cornish Cuck. He's going to be next across the line now. He's 3/10 up. We have a Mercedes right behind him. Cornish Cuck goes P12. Matty Robo P11. Jenga P9. The McLaren's on track. So there is your qualifying all wrapped up right there. Piney Tinas on pole by 4/10 over Jack Hockey. Ali Star rounding out the podium places. Pookie and Lincoln in the top 5 as well. Jelt in 6th, J-Ray 7th, Konzo 8th, Jenga 9, and rounding out the top 10 is Ekush Charlie. We'll go through the back end of it in a minute. Alright. As I already said, top 10, Piney Tinas, Jack Hockey, Ali Star, Pookie, Lincoln, Jelt, J-Ray, Konzo, Jenga, Ekush Charlie, Matty Robo, P11, Cornish Cuck, P12, Hilly, 13th, STLR, 14th, Cornish Mantis, 15th, Almanac, 16th, Alex, 17th, Jay Prentice, 18th, Yugurel, P19, and Wakanda Forever, rounding out the field. He did not set a lap. So, let's see what the race brings. We've had wet quali already. We had overcast. We've had sunny. We never know what the weather's going to bring with these dynamic conditions. So we will find out. Well, I will find out when you guys find out. How's that? And looks very overcast to me. We're probably on for a dry race. If anybody who's engineering for anybody in the chat or driver POV, let me know in the chat, as well as podium predictions for those watching. Those are also welcome into the chat as well. Over under safety cars. You know the lot of stuff, boys. We've been together for how long now? As far as my personal podium prediction, I'm gonna go with Piney Tinas on reserve. 4/10 is nothing to sneeze over, especially around here. But I'm gonna go Piney Tinas. I'm gonna shout it and go Piney Tinas, Jelt, and Jack Hockey. Top 3 tonight. I just feel like Jelt has something to prove after last week. I know Jenga Boy got the podium for Red Bull last week, but I know Jelt should be alright. Formation lap is on. We get to see what everybody is on as far as tires are concerned. And holy crap! Not much disparity here. Oh my goodness. Every other race this week has been pretty much a rainbow. Not here. It looks basically like a safety car with a checker flag dot in there, because everyone's on the medium compound tire, with the exception of Wakanda Forever. That, honestly, that indicates possible rain to me, to be honest with you. Oh man, that could possibly mean rain toward the end of the race. And a potential one-stop. At least that's what it reads to me. I could be wrong. We will see. So I'm not going to go through the tire graphics. I'm not going to go through... I don't need to. And do not invite Cornish Mantis until after the race kicks off. Please, for the love of God. because we don't want the lobby crashing. And yes, BK, no swear jar here, especially with me. I try not to in broadcast booth. But right now, we're just getting ready to go here. Everyone's, it should move, as long as I don't invite the guy. If it's an AI. Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it, people. I'm telling you, don't do it. Especially you, Mr. Texas P2 in AM2 last night, saving my hide. Thank you. You don't think that I already took a picture? Come on. I might be born and lived in Pennsylvania. Oh, jeez. This might be the problem. Okay, we're gonna find out right now. Now his car may not move. This will be fun. This may be fun. Oh crap, I don't think I got it. Oh! We got ourselves a race! Okay! And we are off. Piney Tinas leads them off. Cornish Mantis again leaves the session. But I think I do see a car moving, so we're okay. Through turn one, oh my goodness! Alistar sending it on the outside. Jack Hockey on the inside. Piney Tinas maintains the lead. Jack Hockey goes in the P2. Alistar tried to make a move going into the P2, but hold station P3. Everyone is gonna try to make it safe and neat and tight through the section S section here. Pookie, Lincoln, J-Ray 6, Jelt 7th, Almanac already getting a 5-second for corner cutting and gaining a position. I'm wondering if that was in turn one. As it sits right now, we got a nice little battle going. Again, it just started, but it's just kicking off, and it may be a cork in a bottle situation here. Konzo's right behind Ecos Charlie. Django's rounding out the points at P10. He seems to be the biggest loser through so far. STR 11th. Hilly 12th. Matty Robo 13th. Almanac 14th. Ugarel 15th. Cornish Mantis 16th. Prentice 17th. Actually, Prentice is getting passed by Wakanda Forever. But they're battling for P17, Wakanda Forever and Jay Prentice. Cornish Cuck, P19, and Alex rounding out the field, sitting in the back. Cornish Cuck, notably Jenga Boy, and, yeah, those, and Jelt actually seemed like the biggest losers so far through the first lap. Piney Tinas is already 6/10 clear. Jack Hockey P2, Alistar P3, Pookie 4th. So, Pookie the AM3, EU3 reserve. I believe he's the EU3 championship leader, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how he does tonight. And J-Ray, restarting the lobby in that situation is not my call. I am not an I'm not the EU2 rep, unfortunately, so that is not my call. Dan Robo leads EU3. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate the insight. We do have a safety car. It was probably for you, Gurel, because I see him off to the distance there. I was checking my Discord because I was tagged in something in the EU2 chat. So my apologies if I had missed that. As it sits right now, safety car will neutralize the race. Go through the position changes. Front 5 is as they were. J-Ray up 1, Jelt down 1, Ekash Charlie up 2, STLR up 3, Almanac up 2, J Prentice up 2, Wakanda Forever up 3. The biggest loser out of that is Cornish Cook, down 7 positions. A little bit of a brutal opening stanza for him. but we definitely know he'll find his way eventually back into at least the mid pack, maybe toward the front end by the time this race is over. Cota has led itself to some very, very entertaining races in COS history, and those that are in the back may not be in the back at the end. Matty Robo's already in the pit, so he's probably going to be bolting onto the hard compound tire, I would imagine. He's going to go all the way down to P19. Yep, Matty Robo bolts onto the hard compound tire. Ugrel also is pitting. He has no front wing, so there is your cause for your caution and your safety car. He is also going to go onto the medium compound tire, so he's got another set of mediums. He's going to have to pit again. The American reserve, the super sub of EU2, Piney Tinas is our leader. He had a little bit of I'd say more or less an average start, while Jack Hockey and Ali Star got on it real quick, but Piney Tinas was just able to hold the car, hold the line, and maintain the lead. Get that screen out of there. The only penalty on the board currently is Almanac with that 5 seconds. I do know most 5 seconds penalties can be removed in the pits, but for an illegal overtake, I don't remember. I could have used another one of these last night to get myself back into the race, because after I got shunted, yeeted, punted into the shadow realm like I didn't exist, like a football or a soccer ball for you guys, I was stuck in the realm of Never Neverland and ended P13 last night. No, what I was asking was the 5 seconds. Can it be removed in the pits? Like, will the game allow it? That's what I was trying to get at. That's all. Because I know most 5 seconds all 5 seconds have to be served in the pits, obviously, to remove it. But like speeding in the pit lane, for example. I couldn't remember if overtaking was the same precedent. All right. Safety car should probably be in this lap, I would imagine. Everyone's back together at this point, so we should be getting ready to go racing at the end of lap 4, beginning of lap 5. Again, looking forward a little bit. Next week, we stay in the continental North America. I believe we are at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve of Montreal, Canada. That's a very, very tight, twisty circuit. More prone to penalties galore, especially the last chicane, aka the Wall of Champions. And BK is already singing his national anthem, not only in the chat, but probably verbally out loud, because he's just BK and crazy like that. Home of the maple tree, maple syrup, Wayne Gretzky in hockey. And Gilles Villeneuve. Safety car, as I said, is coming in this lap. So Piney Tinas, as he's been for the majority of the first 3 rounds, up toward or in the front, will be getting the field going as he exits turn 15. The safety car is going through the triple right-hander, so he's going to back up the pack here. So those boys that are around turn 15 now might want to make sure they don't back end anybody. And we're all just waiting on the Haas to go. The American manufacturer leading an American racetrack in Formula One. Who would have thought? It would have even been funnier if K-Mag got his pole at Cota instead of Brazil. And Piney Tinas is... He is gone? Question mark, as we have an AlphaTauri... Or Aston Martin, rather. Why did I say AlphaTauri? Holy crap. Piney Tinas loses the P1. Jack Hockey goes up the inside, takes the lead. Alistar almost followed suit. Jack Hockey caught Piney Tinas napping through turn 1 a little bit as he overcooked it, ran wide. So now we have the Alfa Romeo in the lead. So I guess we could call this the commentator's curse of the Hasses. Matty Robo gets 3 seconds already, so that's a second penalty out of 20 for our potential penalty bingo around here. I don't know if we're going to have it, but very nice helicopter shot between the leader here. Piney Tinas gonna try to look like he's gonna try to make a move. He has no Jack Hockey's draining his ERS button while Piney Tinas is not. Alistar is also keeping a full tank pretty much of ERS. Jack Hockey's already burned 30%. See what happens through the stadium section here, Cota, quote unquote stadium section. Ugrel 3 seconds already, 5 laps in, 3 guys with penalties. Jack Hockey through 16, 17, and 18. He's got 4 tenths to play with Alistar right behind Piney Tinas with the same pretty much gap there. And Jack Hockey almost looked like he got a little squirrely coming out of 19. Keeps it nice and tight for turn 20, so Piney Tinas is still 3 tenths, but he's closing, he's thinking about a move into turn 1, and then dives it right back in line. Piney Tinas seems like his weakness is turn 1, because Alistar was closing in on him. I don't know if it's more or less confidence, or setup-wise, or whatever have you, but that might be his weak spot on the track tonight. But again, as long as you play well defensively and use the uphill braking zone to your advantage, you should be fine. Alistar almost getting into the back of Piney Tinas there. I don't know if Alistar just missed his braking point by just that little bit or what, but almost getting to the back of the Haas boy. Pookie's still P4. We have a yellow in the end of Sector 1. I believe that would be... Yes, it is Jay Prentice. He is not having a good start, and with that low down for a setup, especially in sectors 1 and 3, if he's not in the front of a pack, he is going to start falling away rather quickly. Which is rather unfortunate, because I like seeing Jay Prentice lead a DRS train of about 7 or 8 guys. And turns into a strategic battle here. But we'll see what happens between the Ferrari boys back in 19 and 20. They're going to end up needing a safety car, I would imagine, to get back into things here. DRS will be enabled this lap, so Piney Tinas is going to have a shot at him going down the backstretch into the best overtaking spot on the circuit. As Jack Hockey and Piney Tinas going through the S section here at Cota. At the end of Sector 1, Jay Prentice retires in the pits, so that eliminates one question of how long is he going to try for. Maybe it might be a double Ferrari DNF, because Alex is also in the pits. Alex does not DNF, though, so he's going to maintain on the track for now. We'll see how far he goes. As we are now setting up a move, Piney Tinas over Jack Hockey. He's made the move way before the end of Sector 2 here, before the left-hander. He now takes the lead back here at Cota. Jack Hockey's still P2. He's now losing a half a second, so be interesting to see what the Alfa Romeo does to hold. Yellow in Sector 1, that's got to be the retirement of Jay Prentice's car. Alistar is still sitting in P3. Ooh, Ooh, STLR is out. And that brings out another safety car. And Jay Prentice might be kicking himself right about now. I called that they needed another safety car to get brought back into play here, and it has happened, but at the cost of the Ferrari. So if I were Jay Prentice right now, knowing that that just happened, if he's in the chat, I'd be breaking my wheel, throwing my controller out the window, potentially my system, and probably my soul. And wishing for Sandy Cheeks to come up out of Bikini Bottom and kick my rear end. Okay. It does not give me the option to do so, sir. Once you're in the lobby, it does not give me the option to check AI level. That is weird. Everything else seemed to be in order. That's weird. Sim settings. It's not there. It just has equal car performance, recovery mode, car damage model. AI would be its own thing, I think, actually, and it's just not here. Has weekend structure, assists. Yeah, I don't know. Once you get into the lobby, you can't see it. Alright, well, most of the guys are now going to get off the medium compound tire and go on to the hards. Piney Tina's Jack Hockey, we're just gonna play follow the leader down to last, so to speak. Alright, well, Piney Tina's our leader prior to safety car goes in the P12. He's on the hards, Jack Hockey on the hards, Pookie on the hards, Jelt on the hards, Ekash Charlie on the hards, Lincoln on the hards as well, and Alex is coming back into play. So with the safety car reshuffle, that puts Alistar in the lead. He's the only one of the leaders out of that front group that did not pit. So he's either banking on another safety car relatively quickly, or something just majorly to go wrong within the pack. I mean, he's on those from the very beginning, 8-lap old medium compound tires. They can only essentially go another 7 or 8. Okay, so very, very interesting. And yes, I just did a Sandy Cheeks comment because we are in Texas. The squirrel from SpongeBob SquarePants is from Texas. Land of the barbecues, peas in a can pie, square dancing, big 10-gallon hats. Safety car will be in. So Alistar is backing them up, and he is backing them up hard. This will be very interesting to see when he goes. He is already going way before he even turned 19, so he's already jazzed up the back end of the pack here from Joe on down. Alistar getting us away here. J-Ray P2, Konzo P3, Cornish Mantis P4, Matty Robo, somebody who complains in the chat a lot, saying he shouldn't be in a position where he is, and he finds himself there yet again in P5. Wakanda Forever also in P6, Yugral 7th, Jenga Boy 8th, Hilly 9th, Almanac rounding out the top 10. As we are now back underway here, Alex is in the pits again. I don't know why he didn't pit that the first time around. So the Ferrari, yet again, done by Ferrari strategists. Definitely going to be hoping for another safety car here. J-Ray and Alistar are already checked out because Konzo's second, well, almost a second and a half behind J-Ray sitting in P2. He's going to have Cornish Mantis and Matty Robo for company very, very soon as the AlphaTauri J-Ray runs wide out of the acute turn 13, or 12, I should say. Turn 15, he's going to keep it on a better line. He's drifted down to 7/10ths behind. Alistar out in front, trying to get that gap over a second so he doesn't have to worry about defending from J-Ray, but J-Ray's going to find a way to claw his way back into it if I know him very well. All he's got to do is just stay there. Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like. Gelt goes fastest with 36.9. Anybody that's on the hard compound tire now is definitely looking to go toward the end. The medium-soft strategy might be in play for those ahead of Jenga Boy in P8, or P6 now. As we have Calamity in the back, Jack Hockey and Gelt. Oh my goodness. What happened between the Red Bull and the Alfa Romeo there? They are going in the right direction now, but something happened. They dropped all the way to the back as Jenga Boy gets 3 seconds. And we also have yellow sector 2 again. It's the it's the Aston Martin of Cornish Cuck, it looked like. That fell off there too. He must have ran off the track or ran off the track and made a mistake himself. He lost those 2 positions to Jack Hockey and Gelt. Going through the field here, Yurgrel over Almanac. We have Piney Tinas as well, looking for the double overtake. Oh, he's got the move pretty much done on the outside of Almanac. Piney Tinas has better traction on the outside of the corner, and he's going to have the inside between 14 and 15 here. Piney Tinas does make the overtake work. Almanac's looking to fight back, but he's just on older compound tire, and Piney Tinas finds his way through. Nice double overtake by the Haas. Promoting himself up to P9 and back into the points-paying positions here. DRS isn't able this lap. Alistar is going to be in trouble from J-Ray, but Konzo is going to be the cork in the bottle here. Sitting P3, he is almost 2 seconds adrift as Jenga Boy and Cornish Mantis are fighting for P5 now. Pookie and Yugurel also. And that's for P11. As I just had a voice crack there, holy crap. Jenga Boy is going to want to be careful because that might have been another corner cut. 2 penalties pretty much simultaneous there. Lincoln 3 seconds. Yugurel might have gotten another 3 seconds as well. Cornish Cuck is in the pits. I'm assuming to repair some sort of damage that I did not see. J-Ray is not going to have DRS. Oh my goodness, J-Ray doesn't have it. He had it going into the lap. He was only 3/10 behind, but he lost 6/10. And now he's going to be fighting to get back in. He's draining ERS. Alistar is also trying to drain a little bit of ERS to maintain that gap and try to keep him from getting DRS. Konzo is going to be under attack by Matty Robo. And Jenga Boy, Cornish Mantis, and Wakanda Forever are also on the back end of that. Potentially. Hilly making the overtake on Wakanda Forever. Piney Tinas almost following suit on the Williams. He's going to sit back and go try to make the overtake into turn 1 at this point. Yugral and Lincoln fighting for P13. We're going to stay on board here with Piney Tinas and go into the view. He's going to have DRS on the Williams. The Williams is going to go under the inside. He's giving him a bit of a squeeze, but it's just enough room for the Haas. He doesn't make the overtake stick into the entry of the corner, but on exit, Piney-Tinas makes the overtake, completes the move. Nice move by Piney-Tinas up into P8. Wakanda Forever still hanging on to the points. He has Almanac for company and the fringe points. Matty Robo with another 3-second time penalty. Alex W with also 3 seconds. So we got 5 guys with penalties right now as we are approaching halfway through. Ali Star is pulling away in Sector 1. Like, J-Ray's getting there, but he just can't stay there. Konzo's going to be under threat by Matty Robo in P3, or P4, and Jenga Boy as well. Wakanda Forever drops out of the points. He goes down to P12. Matty Robo makes the move into turn 12 on Konzo, so maybe that'll release Matty Robo to try to force a mistake out of J-Ray and Alistar? Question mark, but it's his teammate up ahead of him, so I don't think he's going to try to force his teammate to make a mistake. As whoa, Django Boy gets 3 seconds for running wide out of 16 or into 16. The track limits are starting to fall apart here. Everyone thinks it's IndyCar, and the IndyCar line, holy moly, that was a little crazy. I think that was Wakanda Forever that ran wide out of there. Cornish Mantis into the pits, as well as Konzo. Konzo said, I had had enough on those tires. He didn't want to take the beating anymore, so there he goes. Wakanda Forever goes back into the points. Piney-Tinas and Hilly in 5th and 6th for the Haas boys. Ahead of them is the penalty-stricken Red Bull of Jenga and penalty-stricken Mercedes of Matty Robo. So if they play their cards right now, potentially a double podium for Haas in the mid-stages of the race. We know Piney-Tinas can make it all the way to the end, as Cornish Cook sets the fastest lap with a 36.6. Wakanda Forever gets 3 seconds. I tell you what, if a safety car comes into play in the later stages, these penalties are going to come back and haunt some guys. Jenga Boy making the overtake of Matty Robo in a P3, and J-Ray also right ahead of him in the AlphaTauri makes the move into the lead. He finally gets the car to cooperate with him, and J-Ray now leads the United States Grand Prix as he almost loses it going in the 14. That was a little shaky at best. Looks like we have an Alpha. Ugarel is around in turn 12. His day has just been going from bad to worse, it looks like. Meanwhile, we're going to go back up here to the battle for the lead in the fringe podium places. J-Ray's built up a 7/10 gap, and it's closing now because of DRS from Alistar. Jenga Boy is also a half a second back. We may potentially see a 5 or 6 car battle for the lead on track. That's before penalties. But again, Alistar has to pit. I do believe Alistar has to pit. Yes, the front two have to pit. J-Ray has to pit. Alistar has to pit. That puts Jenga Boy and Matty Robo provisionally P1 and P2 before penalties. Which honestly, Alistar gets 3 seconds as well. And somebody else beforehand as well did get another 3 seconds. I think that was Ugarel. Oh my gosh. So as it sits, Jenga Boy, Matty Robo, Piney-Tinas, and Hilly right now are the best positioned. J-Ray, Alistar, Jenga Boy's literally right there. So this battle for the lead on track is going to be very, very hot, very, very heavy. Piney-Tinas is also up here. So 5 cars. If these guys continue to squabble, Hilly and Pookie and potentially Ekash Charlie and Almanac will be brought back into play as well. So this battle is going to... It's going to last for a little bit. Ooh, Alistar losing the back end a little bit out of 18. Was able to keep it on track. Jenga Boy on the inside of 19 makes the overtake work. Putting the Red Bull into P2. J-Ray and Matty Robo are now fighting for P3. Oh my god! Oh, J-Ray is out! J-Ray got on the curb on exit. There's your safety car. We don't have to worry about J-Ray pitting. Oh, man. Absolute chaos there at the end of that lap. Looked like J-Ray just caught onto the curb, clipped Matty Robo, and then just sent him into the nether realm. Storming off into the sea of death here. Oh, Cornish Mantis 5 seconds with a collision on Ugarel there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy. That's coming into the pits. So Ali Star is going to end up pitting, which is going to promote Jenga Boy and Matty Robo into the lead on track. However, the major talking point here, Jenga Boy's on 6, Matty Robo's on 6, so that's going to be a battle for nip and tuck battle for the fringe podium. Right now, it's looking like a Haas 1-2 between Piney Tinas and Hilly, because Ali Star does have to pit. Jenga Boy, I know, can make it to the end. Matty Robo could make it to the end. Actually, no, Matty Robo may not be able to make it to the end. I just looked. 13 laps. That's going to be a tough ask. Matty Robo might be able to stretch that if he's lucky. To avoid that, honestly, Piney Tinas and Hilly, if they're going to be smart about this, you might... I don't know, you're going to want to pit maybe. I don't know. Alistar is in, Jenga Boy is in, Matty Robo is in, Piney Tinas is in. Hilly stays out to avoid the double stack. Hilly's going to try it. That promotes Hilly into the lead. Lincoln up in the P2. Alistar is going to be... Oh, wow. He's only lost... He's only down to third. Oh my gosh, but he's on the hard compound tire. He didn't go onto the mediums, or if he had a set of softs. Oh man, Alistar might potentially be in trouble here. He's going to be on the hard compound tire. It's going to take a lap or so for those to come into their own. Jenga Boy, Piney Tinas, Pookie, Matty Robo, Almanac. Jack Hockey's going to try it on the soft compound tire. Those those gaggle of cars, and that's all behind the fringe podium here, may potentially put Alistar into the back of the tool shed and knock him out of his misery. But I know Alistar is quick. He's got a fast car. He's not a bad driver, so we'll see what happens. But going onto the hard compound tires might have been a bad call. I know... Oh, wait. Did he start on the mediums? Yeah, he did start on the mediums. He had to go onto the hard compound tire. I'm surprised he didn't go on the softs then, to be honest. As it sits right now, the safety car kind of reshuffled everything. Hilly is in the lead. Lincoln P2. Alistar down in P3. Honestly, if I were him, I might have tried the softs at this point. I completely forgot he didn't pit. He was on the medium compound tire from the very beginning. Jenga Boy P4. Fresh mediums for him. Piney Tinas P5. Honestly, my odds-on favorite right now for the win is Piney Tinas in the Haas. Pookie P6. Matty Robo P7, Almanac 8th, Jack Hockey on the softs in P9. Again, that's... By the time the safety car comes in, he's going to have less than 10 laps to go with those, so he may actually be okay. So Jack Hockey's in P10. Konzo is going to drop a little bit, so we'll wait for this to regulate here. Actually, it's Hockey P9, Ekash Charlie P10, Jelton P11, Wakanda Forever 12th, Uger Alper 13th. Konzo drops to 14th and potentially... Konzo's going to drop to 14th, potentially 15th. Alex goes up to 14th. Konzo 15th. Cornish Mantis is in and out. He is going to drop to 17th with Cornish Cuck in 16th. That is your field reset here with 11 to go here at Cota. We should, in theory, have 10 to go this time by with the safety car coming in. And J-Ray, I don't know what... I caught the back end of it. It looks like you lost it on the curb and then just clipped Matty Robo. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how it looked on the stream. Alright, while the field takes a second to reset, I'm going to take a 10-second break and grab a drink. And I am back, and safety car is in this lap, and Allie nearly lost. Oh, so you had to check up. Ah. That's just unfortunate, man. I'm sorry. Safety car is in. Hilly and Lincoln are going to try to make it to the end on those hard compound tires. This is going to be... that may or may not be your race-winning call between these two guys. Alistar is in P3. He's going to be looking to jump all over it. Hilly has not only the track position, but he's got the time penalties in his favor as well. Once again, Haas is in the lead in an American track. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'll play unbiased for 2 seconds while I enjoy this. And Hilly is off. Lincoln looked like he got a better run because Hilly didn't look like he got all of the restart. Hilly is going to be in trouble into turn 1. Lincoln in the McLaren takes the lead. Alistar looked like he cut turn 1. Alistar does make the overtake on Hilly. Hilly's going to start to drop down now. Unfortunately, not making those hard compound tires warm up well enough to hold on to the lead. And Lincoln and Alistar are now fighting for the lead, speaking of which. The problem here is with Alistar, he's got to try to build a gap of 6 seconds. I believe Lincoln has 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, actually, no, it's 3 seconds for... Oh my gosh! Speaking of a Haas! Hilly goes sideways, and he drops all the way to the back. Oh man, it's just... that restart has just gone from bad to worse for the Haas of Hilly. But yeah, right now it looks J-Ray has left, no, I'm not surprised there. Lincoln and Alistar with 3, Jenga Boy with 6. Alistar is going to make the overtake into the lead. Very bad camera angle, unfortunately, there. Alistar on 3, Lincoln on 3, Jenga on 6, Piney Tinas and Hockey. Hockey's up to P5 already. Absolutely craziness from the Alfa Romeo. Matty Robo's also in 6. Konzo gets 3 seconds. Now this is where Alistar is going to need to motor. Lincoln's on those old hard compound tires. Jenga Boy's fighting for that last podium spot currently, and this is going to end up being a battle for position between these two, it looks like. Piney Penis holding off for the time being. Discretion being the better part of valor there. Oh my god! Oh, Lincoln the McLaren almost dove into the oncoming path of the Haas. This is allowing Alistar to go. And Jenga Boy getting through also, it releases Red Bull. Jack Hockey's also on the back end of this, so Jack Hockey's looking to potentially make a move here. He's got Matty Robo on the inside, going into the DRS zone. Oh my god! We're gonna have a 3 wide potentially here. Oh my god! 3 wide down the backstretch between the Alfa Romeo McLaren and the... oh. The Alpine there as Piney Tinas gets the overtake done on Jack Hockey for P4. Some of these were bad camera angles. I do apologize. The game didn't give me much there. Oh my god, the Alpine inside of Lincoln into turn 15. didn't want to be behind the McLaren for very long, and honestly, a very good move. Promotes him up in the P6. Cornish Mantis gets 3 seconds. And Jack Hockey sitting up in 4th, Piney Tinas in 3rd, Alistar setting the fastest lap with a 36.4 on those hard compound tires. He's already got a 1.8 second gap. He's going to need to build it a little more in order to hold on to this. He's got 8 laps to do it. Jenga Boy right now needs to figure out what he's going to do, if whether he is going to try to attack and get to Alistar and force those two to fight it out for what could be P4, P5, or just settle in and let Piney Tinas and Jack Hockey bring them to him. As we have Cornish Mantis off in Sector 1. And okay, so he's going to rejoin the track. He's going to be okay. He retired on track, speaking of which. Yeah, he retires on track, so that's going to be that. Cornish Mantis' day is over. We are down to 16. And we are... Piney Tinas is up in the P2 now as well. So maybe Jenga Boy is listening to me on the stream and thinking the same thing I did, letting the faster car try to pull him up to Alistar and then fight it out after the penalty. Jack Hockey's also there as well, so he may have something to say about this. Piney Tinas on the medium compound tire, Alistar on the hards. He's going to be closing. Wakanda Forever with 3 seconds. I believe DRS should be enabled, as Piney Tinas has the fastest lap with a 35.5. Jack Hockey in the P3 with the overtake onto Jenga Boy. Jenga Boy's fighting this, however. Going into the S section, I don't know if that's necessarily a smart idea between these two, because Matty Robo is lurking as well behind them. Oy, 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 oy. I like the helicopter view, just saying. Love the helicopter view. Jenga Boy is up and still holding on to P3. Jack Hockey and Matty Robo and Ekosh Charlie are all there. But Piney Tinas, the story is going to be Piney Tinas' quest to retake the lead. He's got DRS. He's gonna look into 12. Thought about it for 2 seconds, but held on to it. Probably the smart idea. You don't need to make the move now. He has Alistar ahead of him. Does have a penalty, as Pookie and Wakanda Forever are fighting for P9 and 10. To recap the penalties, Alistar has got 3. Jenga and Maddie with 6. Konzo with 3. Wakanda with 6. Lincoln with 3. Your girl 14. Alex with 3. So that is that. Piney Tinas is now within DRS range going into turn 1. He may think about making the move now. Yep, he's going to make the move into the lead. Piney Tinas without question. But Alistar is fighting it with the switchback on the outside on those hard compound tires. But Piney Tinas holds it on the inside through the S's. He is going to get to the lead here. And Alex retires. It looks like he retired in the pits. But no. I don't know. He might have retired in the pits, so we'll give the benefit of the doubt there. But Piney Tinas, I almost, wow. Death Storm words. Piney Tinas and Alistar are fighting again. Alistar has DRS, but he's not using it, or using it very sparingly. But Jenga Boy, Jack Hockey fighting for P3 currently. I don't know if Jenga Boy is thinking the same thing here. Jack Hockey's on those soft compound tires. He may run into problems later. If it's set on auto, it doesn't fix it sometimes. You have to select yes and make sure it does get fixed if you have wing damage. No, if it's set on auto, it won't, unless it suggests to fix the damage, it won't fix it. That's not a glitch, that's just the way they operate for some reason on this game. Huh, interesting. Wakanda Forever 5-second penalty, severe collision with Lincoln. Oh, jeez. Wakanda Forever's race is starting to fall apart now, too, as we are approaching 5 laps to go. Jenga Boy is becoming a cork in the bottle. Wakanda Forever does retire from the session as well. Lincoln retires from the session. Both are done in the pit lane. We are now down to 13. There's your tire graphic. Medium, hard, medium, soft for Jack Hockey. Everybody else down to your girl on the mediums. With your girl on the hards, Cornish Mantis on the softs, Hilly on the hards. And again, even with the fact that the lobby is glitched, I'm not the EU2 rep. I cannot tell you to reset the lobby. That's not my call, unfortunately. That would have been Mr. J. Prentice if I do believe so myself. Matty Robo with another 3 seconds. That puts him to 9. Yellow flag? Sector 2? What was that? Oh, that was Wakanda Forever's car. Okay. 5. We're going to be approaching 4 laps to go here in Cota. Piney Tinas is holding off right now, Alistar, but he's got the benefit of Alistar's penalty behind him. But lurking within 3 seconds now is Jack Hockey. Ugrel gets another 3-second time penalty. 4 laps to go here in Austin. Jenga Boy might find himself in a top 5 position after all, after everything is said and done. Same thing with Jelt, potentially after penalties. Konzo has knocked himself out of the equation, it looks like, with the penalties as well. Wakanda Forever has left the session. I wish guys would stop leaving the session mid-race, because everybody knows that the lobbies just lag it like crazy when people hop in and out. Thank you, EA, for giving us that. Alistar and Piney Tinas are still within a second of each other, but Jack Hockey's starting to lose touch now. Those soft compound tires finally screaming a little bit, and Jack Hockey may be in trouble. He's got 3 cars for company behind him of Jenga Boy, Ekosh Charlie, and Matty Robo. Ekosh Charlie will be for position because he's got no penalties. Speaking of Ekosh Charlie, looking to make the move on Jenga Boy through 14 and 15. Oh my gosh, they made contact. Jack Hockey needed that for them to break away a little bit. For him to break away from them. Matty Robo up in the P5. Oh my god, Ekosh Charlie. Oh my god, oh no. I don't know how. That wasn't at the end of Jelt. Spins it out of 19. He's getting it going in the right direction. Goes off the track. So he's going to lose that position to Pookie. But that looks like that's all. Oh, man. I don't know why people hold on to the brakes. And again, just for the sake of the last 3 laps, that way these guys don't have to deal with the lag, I'd stay in just until the race ends. I would greatly appreciate that, and I'm pretty sure they would too, because there is a pretty decent battle going on here. Jack Hockey is still in 3rd place after everything is said and done, so he got that. He got lucky there, in my opinion, with the squabble and then the Alpine of Ekosh Charlie losing the back end there. Please stay in until everybody finishes. As Hilly is retired. Oh my gosh. Hilly retired in the pits. Okay. And then Hilly leaves. He's the host. Hilly, you're killing me, dude. Jelt retired. Oh my god. I don't know if that was on track or if he lost it. There's a lot of carnage going on toward the end of the race here. Everybody was keeping it well together for the most part up until this point. Oh man, that's crazy. We are now down to 2 laps to go here in Austin, and as it looks, we have so many penalties. Pookie may be on for a decent result after all here. From P7 after penalties are applied. Piney Tinas is still in the lead. He's still clean. Alistar's gonna try to force him into an air here, but Piney Tinas has been sure-handed behind the wheel as of late. I don't think he's gonna be able to force him into an air, but we shall see. Going down to the long back straight DRS zone for the penultimate time here tonight. Jet has left. The big battle that I'm going to be concerned with is going to be right here where everybody's going to funnel out. Jack Hockey is ahead of it, so if that's not going to matter too much. Jack Hockey looks like he's going to be a shoo-in for the podium, but Piney Tinas, as long as he can keep it together and on track and out of trouble, he's going to hold on for the win here. Piney Tinas is now 0.8 of a second up going into turns 14 and 15 for the penultimate time. Then the triple right of 16, 17, and 18. And the Haas is going to start his final lap momentarily. The EU2 super sub, so to speak. The American driving an American car on an American track in one of the most American states on the face of the planet, that being Texas. A lot of America in there. America! He starts his final lap here at Cota. In EU2. Well, yeah, well. I couldn't get everything to match up American. Give me a break. Oh, wait, with an American commentator. That's hilarious. Piney Tinas going through the hairpin for the final time here tonight. Going through the DRS zone. Alistar is going to get DRS coming down the backstretch into turn 12. And again, barring some sort of miracle, your podium is pretty much going to be set at this point between Piney Tinas, Jack Hockey, and Ali. It's just a matter of what order. I don't remember if Alistar has 3 or 6 seconds. But we will find out at the line. I am not going to worry about that now. Piney Tinas going through 16, 17, and 18 for the final time. He has no ERS left. He has drained the entire battery. He's going through 19. And yeah, there it is. It glitched out perfectly as we were explaining. Because on stream, everyone's finished already. And it's coming up like this. That's why we don't leave. But Piney Tinas wins here in Austin. Alistar does finish on the P2. Jack Hockey P3. Django Boy P4. Konzo 5th. Matty Robo in 6th. Pookie in 7th. Ekosh Charlie 8th. Almanac 9th. Cornish Cuck is going to round out the podium, or the points paying positions here. Almanac, and then there's Cornish Cuck P10. It shows him crossing the line just fine. That was just weird. And Ugarel is our last finishing gentleman here tonight. And that is why we don't leave lobbies. Because it glitched the final at the end and I didn't catch the checker flag. I thought it was going to be whatever it was. And interesting. There it is right there. Ugarel clearly crossed the line. Now we got to wait for the minute 45. And that would be the reason why right there. So my apologies as far as a stream front. There it goes. It just finished now. So there we are. Perfect. he had only just crossed it. I was on the streamer. He was showing in sector 1 in the middle of it. Interesting. I hope I at least get the podium. Okay, there we go. So we got the podium screen, and I can get the final results real quick. Alright. Alright. Here are your final results. Piney Tinas winning. Alistar P2. Jack Hockey 3rd. Jenga Boy 4th. Konzo 5th. Matty Robo 6th. Pookie 7th. Ekash Charlie 8th. Almanac 9th. Cornish Cut getting 1 championship point in P10. Yurgarel P11. Last of the finishing drivers. Yell P12. Hilly still classified. Both 3 laps down in 12th and 13th. We lost Lincoln. Wakanda Forever. Alex. Cornish Mantis. J Ray. STLR. And Jay Prentice. And for anybody that wants penalties removed, potentially. Oh my. It does not show any incidents. That is unfortunate. So if you want any penalties removed, go to the race director and do it now. To be honest with you boys, I would. Since I can't do that there. That's weird. And thank you, Alex, by the way. Thank you. Much appreciated. With that being said, that was EU2's action in Cota. Pretty entertaining race throughout. It was pretty relatively docile, so to speak, until the latter part when guys started leaving the lobby, unfortunately, but we can't control that. So my apologies to those that stuck it out. My apologies for the lag in the stream. That was just weird. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my other American commentator, Lane Everingham, for AM1 in just a little over 3.5 hours time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 a.m. Central European, 2 a.m. UK. And then tomorrow, rounding out our action here in Cota, will be EU1, 9 p.m. UK. And with that being said, I am Deathstorm for EU2. I guess this will be it for this week. Next week, we will be at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, as I mentioned in the beginning part of the stream, for the Canadian Grand Prix. Until then, I will see you all there. Have a great night, have a great week, and stay safe, my friends.